You've heard it before, right? That older guy in his 60s who's done with dating. He's got his life in order. Maybe he's even had a couple of successful relationships. But now, he says, I'd rather die alone than deal with that again. And it shocks people. His friends don't get it. His family wonders if he's just bitter or afraid of intimacy. But here's the thing. Men like this aren't bitter. They're just wise. They've been through it, and they've calculated what it would really cost them to dive back into the world of dating. And when they look at the price tag, they see it's not worth it. Not by a long shot. So let's break it down. The reality check. When you're younger, you're chasing love. You want someone to build a life with, to create memories, to share experiences. Maybe you meet someone, you fall in love, you get married, and for a while, it's all roses. You put in the work, working long hours, providing, compromising, giving up your personal hobbies, your time, your peace to keep things running smoothly. But here's the twist. Over time, something changes. Maybe it's a divorce, maybe it's the death of a partner, or maybe it's just the realization that you're done. You've given so much, and you've paid a huge price for that relationship. Your autonomy, your time, your peace of mind. And when it ends, you're not just grieving. You're feeling something unexpected, relief. It's a deep, real, physical relief, like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders and you can finally breathe. No more compromise, no more emotional labor, no more managing her moods, no more walking on eggshells. And then you start doing the math. You calculate the cost of what you've been paying for all those years. The compromises, the dreams you pushed aside, the friendships that faded because you were too busy managing the relationship. You look at what you've gotten in return. Companionship? Sure, but at what cost? Your peace, your freedom, your ability to make decisions on your terms. The big question. Imagine it all over again. You're meeting someone new. The courtship phase, where everything is perfect, but you know deep down the slow erosion is coming. You'll have to negotiate, compromise, manage her moods, and put her needs ahead of yours again. You imagine her moving in, making comments about how you live, what you eat, how you spend your time. You imagine the social obligations, the family events you don't want to attend, the constant pressure to make her happy. It all up, you start to ask yourself, what's the gain versus the loss? The gain is companionship, someone to talk to, physical intimacy. The loss? Everything else. Your freedom, your time, your money, your autonomy. And you know what? The math doesn't add up. It's not worth it. Reality. So you decide no more dating. You're not afraid of commitment or intimacy, but you're exhausted by what it requires. You realize you don't need a relationship to be happy anymore. You've built a life on your own terms, and that life? It's perfect. You wake up in the morning to peace. Your schedule is yours. Your time is yours. You don't have to answer to anyone. You don't have to manage anyone's emotions. You eat what you want, do what you want, and your weekends are yours. No obligations, no compromises. You rediscovered hobbies you'd abandoned. You're healthier, happier, more fulfilled. And here's the kicker, you're not missing the companionship. What you're missing is the emotional exhaustion, the constant demands of a relationship, the testing, the expectations, the power of peace. And here's the brutal truth, you're not alone. A lot of older men feel exactly like this. And here's the thing that most people don't get. You're not giving up. You're choosing peace. Your family doesn't understand it. Your married friends think something's wrong with you. They tell you to get back in the game, but here's the reality. They're not happy either. They're just stuck in a cycle of managing someone else's emotional world. They see your peace, and it makes them uncomfortable, because it forces them to question their own choices. That's not your problem. You've earned your peace. You've earned the right to live life on your terms. The truth about the die alone narrative. Look, this narrative that says if you're not in a relationship, you're lonely, you're missing out, you're failing. But let's be real, that's not the reality. The reality is that older men, especially those who've been through the ringer, aren't choosing to die alone. They're choosing to live authentically. They're choosing to protect their peace, to prioritize their autonomy, and to live life on their terms. They're not afraid of being alone. They're afraid of the cost of a relationship. The emotional labor, the compromises, the constant negotiation. And they've realized they don't need a relationship to be happy. They're not afraid of being alone. They're afraid of losing the peace they've worked so hard to build. The final word. So, the next time you hear someone say, "I'd rather die alone than date again," don't assume it's bitterness. It's wisdom. It's clarity. It's a man who knows what he's worth and is no longer willing to pay the price of emotional exhaustion. If you've made that decision, or you're thinking about it, you're not wrong. You're choosing yourself, your peace, and your freedom over the sacrifices relationships demand. And honestly, that's perfectly okay. Unless you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, SciLoop, and let's continue to explore the psychology of men's choices and relationships.